At center, number 3, Jeff Esselman. At right wing, number 5, Todd Jensen. At left wing, number 6, Brett Burchett. And the leader for the River Falls varsity. Coach of River Falls, Bob Erickson. Starting below first down.
We're about to start the game. Bierstedt takes the face-off back to Anderson, takes it in our own zone, over to Hoagiem in the River Falls zone. Hoagiem bumps it off a player, Minneapolis player. Bierstedt now has it behind that, coming up the boards to this side, tipped off of his stick. Hesselman trying to get it, they do. Bierstedt at mid-ice, now across Minneapolis. Back to the shot by Jensen, stopped, and the goal on the rebound by Bierstedt. River Falls goes up 1-0. Jensen took the shot. I believe it was Bierstedt that picked up the rebound and put it in. We'll wait for the official scoring. About time for another face-off. Out to take this face-off will be Peters, out there with Dusick and Jared Anderson. On defense, we have Christensen and Furley. But waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is, laying at mid-ice. Minneapolis picks it up, takes it in the River Falls zone, tipped off the puck, picked up by Furley. Furley will come across mid-ice with the puck, tips it forward. Minneapolis will pick it up, bounce it off the boards at this side, knocked in by Peters into the Minneapolis zone on the far corner. Minneapolis to it first, misses the puck. Jared Anderson up in front, Peters with the puck, shoots, tipped away, wide of the net, puck loose on the far boards. Furley steps up, misses the puck loose at mid-ice. That was Christensen. Furley missed the puck. Minneapolis will pick it up, man wide open down the middle, shoots it on Weiss, over the top of net off, that'll bring a whistle. How'd that scoring go, Chuck? Bierstedt from Jensen?
Jensen shot, there was a rebound, and then Bierstedt picked up the rebound and put it in.
Okay. That's the way I called it, I just didn't want to make sure that's the way it went. Face-off will be outside the River Falls blue line. Out to take this face-off now will be Merritt. He's out here with Menke and Schrank. On defense, we'll have Anderson and Hoagiem. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is. Puck there. Minneapolis knocks into the River Falls zone, loose along the boards in the far near corner. Hoagiem to the puck, overskates the puck. I cannot see. It's along the boards on this side. River Falls is getting control. Puck loose. Now it's loose at mid-ice. Minneapolis will pick it up just inside their blue line and knock it back to mid-ice. Where Minneapolis will take it into the River Falls zone, loose along the boards near the blue line. Where Schrank picks it up, sends it over to the other side to Menke. Menke across the Minneapolis blue line, but it'll be offsides and brings a whistle. All right, line change coming up. Out comes Bierstedt with Jensen and Hesselman. Hesselman will take. And we should have, we'll have Furley and Christensen playing the defense, face off just outside the blue line, Minneapolis. Bierstedt will take the face off. Puck dropped back, Furley over his stick. Puck goes into the River Falls zone. Furley after the puck there, picks it up along the boards, tips it forward. But the puck is knocked back down in the corner toward the front of the net. Minneapolis mishandles it. Now it's loose along the near boards. Down in the corner, puck still loose, going to be picked up there by Hesselman. Hesselman shoots it too far, back to the Minneapolis point man. He shoots, stopped in front by Weiss, and then it's tipped away in front of the net. And this Minneapolis sends it back up front again. Open man, he shoots. Weiss stops it and covers up, brings the face off. What do you think so far, Color Man?
I need a little more defense.
We need a little more defense. Okay. Faced off to the right of Weiss. Line change out. Anderson and Hoagiem are out on defense. We've got Jared Anderson out there with Dusick and Peters. Peters will take the face off.
Oh, it's quarterback.
Waiting. Loose along the side. Back there. Anderson will take the puck behind the River Falls net. Over the boards on the far side. Jensen gets tipped away from him. Minneapolis gains control. Keeps it back to the point man. He fires. Weiss tips the puck wide of the net. Over the far corner. Peters will pick it up. Peters gets it knocked off his stick. Now Peters back to it again. Sends it over to Anderson. He can't handle it. The puck's knocked off, laying it mid-ice to this side. Picked up by Hoagiem. Hoagiem will tip it in the Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis will get control. Dusick after the puck there. Minneapolis tips it back to mid-ice. Minneapolis with control. It goes down to the River Falls side along the far boards. Hoagiem will pick it up there and go behind the River Falls net. Hogan to this side, tips it up to the wing on this side. Cannot get to a Minneapolis point man, gets it, knocks it behind Weiss. Net Peters over to the other side to Jared Anderson. Anderson with the puck. In Peters' skate, but Peters does get it to mid-ice at least. Now Minneapolis knocks it back to the River Falls zone. Anderson after it in the far corner. Now behind the River Falls net, overskates the puck. Anderson does. Now gets it back. Anderson sends it over to Jared Anderson. Anderson's knocked off the puck right at the blue line. Minneapolis will tie it up there, bring a face-off. Line change coming up. Out comes Merritt, Menke, and Schrank. We'll have Furley playing defense with Christensen. Face-off just inside the River Falls blue line to the Weiss's left side. Puck drop. Minneapolis knocks it down to the far corner. Behind the net, after it will go Christensen. He'll get to it first. Send to this side to Furley. Furley with the puck knocked off. Schrank trying to gain control along the boards. Minneapolis point man picks it up, sends it down toward the front of the net. Wide of the net. Puck loose in the corner. Minneapolis tries to send it back. It ends up behind the River Falls net. Over in the far corner. Christensen to it first. And Christensen with the puck, knocked off by Minneapolis. Minneapolis just kicks it down behind River Falls net where Furley will pick it up. Furley overskates it. Minneapolis knocks it over to the far corner. Then Furley back to Christensen back to Furley. Furley this side to Schrank. Schrank this side to Merritt. Merritt at mid-ice with the puck. Merritt sends it down behind the River Falls net. Behind the Minneapolis net. Minneapolis trying to gain control. Knocked off the puck. Minneapolis gains control at mid-ice. Head down toward the River Falls zone. Sends it in the River Falls zone. Furley will pick it up and just knock it back to mid-ice. A little too far for Menke. Minneapolis picks it up, takes it back in the River Falls zone. Right on Weiss. Weiss will just cover the puck, bring a line change. Exactly 11 minutes left in the first period. River Falls up 1-0. What do you think, color man? No comment from my color man.
Okay, the color man's over here now.
Okay, you're my color man. Face off to the Weiss is right. Bierstead to take the face off with Weiss, or with Jensen and Desselman. Along the far boards, Bierstead to get in the River Falls zone, tries to tip it out, but Minneapolis keeps it in and knocks it down into the far corner. Anderson will get to the puck first. Anderson still with the puck. And now he's knocked off. Minneapolis will pick it up, play with it along to the point man on this side. He just sends it down into the corner. Behind the net, Minneapolis picks it up, tries to get it in front, does not. Hogan with the puck. Hogan gets the puck knocked away, still in the River Falls zone. Hesselman will pick it up there, send it over to Hogan. Hogan tries to get it out, does to Bierstead. Bierstead with the puck across the red line into the Minneapolis zone. Bierstead still with the puck, tries to set it in front. Minneapolis intercepts, but it's kept in by Hogan very nicely. Hogan keeps the puck in down in the near corner, now behind the net. Bierstead with the puck and into the corner, near corner, up this side to the point to Anderson. Anderson goes down the boards. Anderson still behind the net with the puck. Comes up to this side. Minneapolis will get control there. Have it at mid-ice, knocked off, picked back up. Minneapolis now has a 2-on-1 going on. Down right. Christensen falls down. Minneapolis player shoots wide. It's in the River Falls zone though. Puck loose into the near corner. Anderson to it. Anderson mishandles the puck. Now he gets control, sends it back up the other side to Bierstead. Bierstead with the puck. Takes it to mid-ice. Line change is coming up. Bierstead's all by himself into the Minneapolis zone. He's knocked off the puck there. Minneapolis with it behind their own net. Now to the boards on this side. Now go back behind their net. Peters trying to get it back there. Minneapolis has it. Sends it back to mid-ice where it'll be picked up by Christensen to this side to Furley. Furley gets it off his skates. Back to Christensen. Christensen sends it this side to Dusick. Dusick with the puck and he gets... Dusick still has the puck, but it's going to be an offsides against River Falls. 9:14 left in the first period. Face-off will be just outside the Minneapolis blue line. Peters will take it out there with Jared Anderson and Matt Dusick. We have Furley and Christensen on defense. Peters puts it in the Minneapolis zone where Minneapolis picks it up. Going to play catch in front of their net. Now the board's on this side. Dusick's going to get after it in the near corner, laying underneath his skates. He's going to try and tie it up. Just sends it back up the boards this side. Minneapolis to it first, sends it to mid-ice where Christensen tips it off his stick. Sends it back up to Jared Anderson. Anderson trying to gain control, does, but can't quite get it in. Now to mid-ice to Dusick, and he'll just fire it into the Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis with it behind their own net. Now they're starting up ice with it. Peters trying to keep control, and does. Peters keeps it in. Nice work by Peters in that. Now Minneapolis has it in their own zone again. The line change is coming up for River Falls. Minneapolis has it right into the River Falls zone. They go right on around Mankey, and the shot on goal to Weiss. Weiss just gloved the puck and hang on. Face-off will come to the right side of goalie Weiss. Merritt to take it out there with Schrank and Mankey. We'll have Anderson and Hoagiem at the defense. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is. Laying there. Nobody with control. Loose along the near boards. River Falls and Minneapolis after it. Tied it up. Another whistle. Face off again to the right side of Weiss. Same lines out. Merritt again for the face-off. It's dropped and puck lays there. Now it's loose. Minneapolis take it to the right side of the net. Shoots it in front. Nobody get control. Minneapolis just knocks it down into the corner. On the far side of the River Falls zone. Now in front. Man tips it, and Weiss will cover up the puck. Not much defense in front of the net right now. Line change coming up. Out comes Bierstead, Jensen, Hesselman, Christensen, and Furley. Face-off will be to the left of goalie Weiss. Bierstead will take the face-off. Minneapolis to the point man on the far side. He fires, bounce off player in front. Jensen with the puck, he's knocked off, and then Hesselman puts it to mid-ice, where Hesselman will pick it back up on a nice play by Jensen. Back hole tries to get to Bierstead, who was wide open. Bierstead gets a shot and sticks it. Hesselman to Bierstead, and nice work by Jensen down in the river at mid-ice to get that puck away in the first place. River Falls goes up 2-0. It's with 7:57 left in the first period. Bierstead will stay out for the faceoff with Jensen and Hesselman. Christensen and Furley at the defense. We'll wait for the official scoring before I give it to you, but it was a Bierstead goal. And Minneapolis has it in their own zone. Bierstead scores for River Falls. Hesselman with the assist. Minneapolis has it in their own zone, taken away by Bierstead in front to Hesselman, and he can't get the trigger pulled. Minneapolis gets control, sends it to mid-ice to an open wing on this side. Nice check off the play by Furley, and River Falls control it, send it back down to mid-ice. And down in the Minneapolis zone, no icing call. Minneapolis giving chase there. River Falls is changing lines. Jensen chasing the puck. Minneapolis along this side. Tried and kept off by Peters in the Minneapolis zone. Peters with the puck. He's all by himself. Now up along the other side. Tried to get it to the point. Anderson will keep it in. Just tip it down the boards to Peters. Peters toward the net, but over the shots over the net. Dusick in the near corner. Sets it in front, but Minneapolis intercepts it. To the point on this side. Hoagiem just wide of the net. Hits the outside of the net. Back to this side. Hoagiem can't keep it in. Minneapolis will get control at mid-ice, and then Hoagiem will take it away. Hoagiem now takes it into the Minneapolis zone. Hoagiem still with the puck. Sends it over to Dusick, but it's behind him. Can't get it. Hoagiem still chases the puck now behind the Minneapolis zone. Tries to get it in front. Tipped away. Now into the corner. Hoagiem still trying to get it. Minneapolis will now send it down. Ice. It won't get down there far enough to be icing, so it'll be in the River Falls zone. Giving chase is Anderson. Anderson to this side to Jared Anderson. Up to the mid-ice to Peters, but backed away. Jared Anderson overskates the puck. Jason Anderson will pick it up and send it back to mid-ice again. Now Jason at mid-ice. Knocked off him, and Minneapolis carries it in on their belly. Now back to mid-ice. Jared Anderson trying to get control. Does. Just across the red line. He's tipped off the puck this side to Schrank. Schrank will send it in the Minneapolis zone, and he'll give chase. Minneapolis with it behind their own net. Schrank giving chase. Into the corner. Minneapolis controls. Now behind their net. Waiting to get set up. Mankey's trying to stop the puck. Minneapolis will get it though and bring it to mid-ice to an open man. He'll take it in the River Falls zone along the far boards. Now down into the corner. Minneapolis still controls in front. Minneapolis gets shot and stopped by Weiss, and then another shot stopped by Weiss. Puck laying loose underneath a player along the right side of the net. Now River Falls will pick it up. Furley does. Furley loses it on the referee's skates. Then Minneapolis gets the fires and stopped by Weiss. Loose in the near corner. Can't see who's there. Schrank is there. Christensen and Merritt. Nobody can get control now. To this side to Schrank. Schrank starts up ice, takes it to mid-ice, sends it to this side to Mankey, too far toward to Peters. No, that was to Mankey, but it'll be icing. Mankey couldn't get control. The face-off will go back down the River Falls zone. Out comes Jason Anderson to play defense along with Christian Hoagiem. Out will come Bierstedt, Hesselman, and Jensen. 5:17 left in the first period. River Falls up 2-0. Face-off will be to the right of goalie Weiss. Puck drop. Bierstedt took it. In front, Hesselman just nakes it away. It'll be picked up by Jensen. He sends it to mid-ice from Minneapolis, gets control to the defenseman on the other side. Still at mid-ice, trying to get it up to the wing, but it'll be intercepted by Bierstedt, but he takes it into the River Falls zone. Bierstedt now with the puck at mid-ice. Bierstedt into the Minneapolis zone. Bierstedt around one man, but he loses the puck. It goes in behind the net. Bierstedt giving chase there. Minneapolis will pick up control along the board to the point. Kept in, a nice play by Holgeem. Holgeem takes a shot on net. Goalie stops it loose into the corner. Holgeem, it's tipped by him at mid-ice. Anderson's going to pick it up along the far boards. Anderson starts up ice. Jason Anderson takes it across the River Falls zone. Or Minneapolis blue line. Shot, but tipped away behind the net. Now Minneapolis will just send to the point where Holgeem kicks it back down to the far boards. Bierstedt with it, loses it there. Minneapolis will just send it to mid-ice. It'll go into the River Falls zone. Goalie Weiss has to stop it. It'll be picked up there by Holgeem. Holgeem in the River Falls zone sends it back down to mid-ice. Minneapolis controls there. Just tips it into the River Falls zone to a wide open man breaking down. Nice stop by Weiss. How'd they let the open man get by him? Back to the point on the far side. Tipped away in front. No shot. Hesselman just tries to get it out and does. It'll go down to the Minneapolis zone. Line changes coming up. Out comes Dusick, Jared Anderson, and Peters. Minneapolis with it in their own zone. Sends it to mid-ice. No, it'll be kept in by Jared Anderson. Now Minneapolis will get it to mid-ice. Knocked off the puck by Dusick, but another man picks it up, takes it to the River Falls zone. Knocked away by Christensen. Christensen gets it knocked away before they can get out. This side to Dusick. Dusick at mid-ice. Dusick with the puck. Cranks and fires. Goalie tips it away. Down in Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis with it behind their own net. Back to the far corner. Puck loose there. Minneapolis player to it first. They'll take it behind their own net and come to this side. Top knocked off by Dusick, but he doesn't see the puck. Now up to this side to the point. Furley just sends it toward the net. Defenseman picks it up there from Minneapolis. Takes it behind the net over to the player on the far side. Loose in the corner. Minneapolis with it in the far corner. Sends it to this side. Near corner. Minneapolis. This side. Breaking out. Minneapolis kept in. A nice play by Jared Anderson, but then it's tipped back out. Minneapolis will just shoot it into the River Falls zone over Furley's stick. Goes down into the far corner. 2:59 left in the first period. Furley behind the River Falls net with the puck. Loses it. Picked up by their Christensen. Christensen a little too far for Jared Anderson. It does clear the zone. Minneapolis will pick it up. Minneapolis guys it in their own zone. Now they're sending up to mid-ice. Just right for a player there. They've got to knock him off. Knocked off there in a nice place by Merritt. Picked up in the far corner by Holgeem. Now along the far boards, Minneapolis with the point man. He'll send it toward the net, but it's wide. Goes along the far near boards. Fires. Blocked by in front by Merritt. Minneapolis has to chase it into their own zone. Tips it back to mid-ice. Minneapolis with the puck. Tips it back up to a player into the River Falls zone along the far boards. Sends it to a wide open man coming right down the gut. Nice stop by Weiss. Rebound in front and sent away by Jason Schrank. Shot just wide of the open net of the River Falls zone. Minneapolis cannot keep it in. It goes over player's stick. Down into the River Falls zone. Minneapolis zone should be an icing call. And it is. 1:59 left in the first period. Face-off will come to the goalie Weiss's left side. Out to take it will be Bierstedt. He's out there with Jensen and Hesselman. We'll have Christensen and Furley on the defense. Waiting for the face-off. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is. Goes into the far corner. Christensen goes down getting after the puck. Lays right in front of the River Falls, but a shot over Weiss's stick and over behind the net. Puck still in the River Falls zone, but picked up here by Hesselman. Hesselman to this side to Bierstedt, but loses control at mid-ice, and Minneapolis has it in their own zone, just inside the blue line. Hesselman trying to hustle him, or Jensen was trying to hustle him. Minneapolis controls it mid-ice, now into the River Falls zone. Minneapolis still with the puck, down into the far corner. Tipped off the puck there by Christensen, but they get it somehow in front, and the puck lays there in front. Big pile up in front. The puck is buried someplace. We're gonna have a penalty called here someplace. We've got a penalty call here, a holding call. It'll be against Furley. With 1:22 left in the first period. River Falls will now play a man short. Out comes Anderson and Hoagie. Peters and Merritt will play this man short. The face-off beat Weiss's left side. River Falls is up 2-0. I'm sure we've been outshot in this period. Goalie Weiss has made some very nice saves. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is. Laying there. Picked up by Merritt, but he can't get it out. Minneapolis sends it along the boards on the far side. Now along the boards on the far side. Minneapolis in control. Sends it behind the net. Loose there. Bounce. Takes a funny bounce. It comes to the side of the net where Weiss has to push it away. Into the corner. Anderson. Boards on this side. Minneapolis controls. Into the near corner. Back to the man on this side. He's with it. And with it still. Stopped in front there by Hoagie, but he can't get it cleared. Does now. Hoagie clears the puck. 50 seconds left in the period. River Falls is the man short. Minneapolis takes it into the River Falls zone. Into the near corner. Minneapolis in control. Along the boards on the near side. Down into the near corner. Skates around, shoots. Pushed away by Weiss. Can't believe they let him skate in like that. Point man on the far side with Minneapolis now has the puck. Peters over skates. Man goes in right in front, shoots. Weiss will cover up the puck again, then he pushes it away. Hesselman's going to get a chance to ice this thing. No, it's not Hesselman. It was Merritt. Merritt ices the puck. 18 seconds left. Minneapolis in their own zone. They're trying to hurry, get one more flurry. 14 seconds left into the River Falls zone. Point man on this side tipped off by Bierstead. Bierstead just backhands the puck, sends it to mid-ice. Minneapolis there, 4 seconds. Minneapolis just sent it down in the River Falls zone, picked up there by Christensen. That ends the first period. 38 seconds, and Anderson will put it right into the Minneapolis zone. Tries to take a shot. Fans on the puck. Minneapolis gets control at mid-ice. Down to the River Falls zone. At the point on this side, Minneapolis with control in the River Falls zone. Down, head toward the corner, intercepted by Hoagie, and he'll send it down the ice. 16 seconds left. 16 seconds left in the penalty. Minneapolis behind their own net. Player on this side, now at mid-ice. Minneapolis with control. Minneapolis takes it in the River Falls zone. They go around Hoagie, but Bierstead will pick it up. Now it ends it. We're back full strength. Minneapolis with control at mid-ice. And Minneapolis shoots it right down on Weiss. He has to stop the puck. Sends it behind the net to Anderson. Anderson along the boards on the far side. Knocked off the puck there. Minneapolis point man fires wide of the net. Puck loose along the boards on this side. After it is Dusek. Point man from Minneapolis keeps it in along the boards. He's still fighting for it now. Puck loose, still loose on the boards. Now toward the front of the net. Nobody was there. It goes wide. After it is Jensen. Jensen with it. Sends it to this side to Bierstead. Bierstead gets it knocked off his stick. And then Jensen picks it back up to Hoagie. Hoagie sends it into Bierstead, into the Minneapolis zone, and Bierstead gets it knocked off of his stick. Minneapolis picks up control at mid-ice, and down into the River Falls zone they come. Minneapolis with it. In front, Peters will intercept and send it to mid-ice. Jared Anderson trying to get to it, does. Takes it into the Minneapolis zone. He's knocked off, but Minneapolis picks it up behind their own net. Stop there, they're in control. And they'll start up ice. Minneapolis at mid-ice yet. Minneapolis in control, into the River Falls zone. Shot, stopped front by Christensen. Puck loose there again. Christensen tries to tip it away. Still puck loose in front. Minneapolis picks it up just through the goal mouth and wide. They loose into the near corner. After it is Jared Anderson. Minneapolis sends it in front to the point man on this side. He loses control. Backhands it, but a weak shot, and Jared Anderson picks it up at mid-ice. Jared Anderson tipped away from him. Minneapolis will get control. He should have shot that puck into the zone. Doesn't. It's loose along the boards on this side, and the whistle because the box door came open. 12:47 left in the second period. Shots on goal in the first period, by the way. River Falls had 3. Minneapolis had 15. All right, face-off right near the red line. Out to take it is Merritt with Menke and Schrank. We have Anderson and Hoagie at defense. And the puck goes into the River Falls zone. Where to be picked up by Anderson. Jason Anderson in control with the puck. Sends it down into the Minneapolis zone. In behind the net. After it there first, it will be Menke, but he overskates the puck. Minneapolis gets control. Sends it along the boards on the far side. In control there, then tipped away. Now Minneapolis will pick it up. No, stepped ahead by Jason Anderson and kept in. Jason Anderson trying to get to it first. Minneapolis does. Knocks it out of the arena and brings a whistle. 12:23 left in the second period. Still River Falls ahead 2-0. The face-off will come to the Minneapolis goalie's left side. Merritt will take the face-off. Still out there with Menke and Schrank. Anderson and Hoagie at defense. Menke has taken this face-off, by the way. And Menke is waiting. Puck drop. Anderson, oh, Schrenk, he overshot and had a heck of a shot. Minneapolis gets control, sends it into the rear fall zone. Picked up there along the boards on this side by Schrenk, fighting for the puck. Loose behind the net, and then Holgeem will pick it up. Holgeem loses control, and Minneapolis gains control. Now it's loose behind the net. Who will get to it first? Holgeem did. To this side to Menke. Menke with the puck into the Minneapolis zone, and he's knocked off the puck along the near boards. Down into the corner, sends it to the far corner. Minneapolis will get control, get it to it first. They'll start up the ice. Minneapolis in control of the puck. Across the blue line, their own, now into the red line, and heading into the rear fall zone. They just shoot it in, and the puck will end up behind the net. Back there at first will be Furley. Furley with the puck starts up ice in front of the net. Furley sends it over to the wing on the other side, sends it in, sent in nice by Schrenk, and he'll send it down the Minneapolis zone. They're going to call it an icing, so it'll come back down to the rear fall zone. Face-off be the goalie Weiss's right side. Out to take the face-off will be Bierstedt with Jensen and Hesselman, Furley, and Christensen on defense. Bierstedt steps in for the face-off. Lays it over to the side to Furley. Furley tries to get it out, can't. Puck loose into the corner. After it is Bierstedt behind the rear falls net. Bierstedt in control of the puck. Bierstedt at mid-ice with the puck. Bierstedt into the zone, but Minneapolis takes it away from him. The puck is still in the zone, however, and then kept in by Hesselman. A nice work. Hesselman with control sends it across ice to try to get to Jensen. Minneapolis intercepts, has it at mid-ice, and tips it in the rear fall zone. Christensen will go after it in the near corner. Minneapolis will get to it first. Christensen's down. Puck loose there behind the net. The other side, Furley picks up the puck, sends it up this side to Jensen. Jensen gets it tipped away from him, right at the point, and Minneapolis keeps it in. Jensen again tipped off the puck. Puck loose along the boards, now trying to get up. Minneapolis keeps it in. Now Jensen, now Hesselman tries to get up. Finally does. Minneapolis gets control though at mid-ice. Minneapolis again go right around Christensen and right down on in, tried to get in, tipped away by Weiss. Jensen with the puck. Bierstedt now at mid-ice. Overskates, then picks it back up. Bierstedt takes it in, but gets it tipped off. Then he shoots toward that, stopped in front in the Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis with it. Along the far, into the far corner, they overskate the puck, and Jensen will get it, send it behind the Minneapolis net, where Minneapolis picks up control again. Now Dusick. Minneapolis starts down ice, mid-ice with control. Loose there, Minneapolis overskates it, and it'll be picked up by Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson in the Minneapolis zone, stopped in front, and he gets it back again. Then Minneapolis will tip it back to mid-ice, where it'll be picked up by Jason Anderson. Jason with it, tips it up, and right to a Minneapolis player, and they'll take it in the rear fall zone. Bad play by Anderson. Heads right down toward the net. Nice break up of the play by Peters. Minneapolis gets control. Dusick with the puck. Dusick starts down ice. This side to Christensen, or to Holgeem, but a bouncing puck. Into the Minneapolis zone, however, behind the net. Minneapolis to it. Into the far corner, Minneapolis to it. Tipped off by Holgeem. Laying there. Now they're going to try and tie up the puck. Holgeem's trying to get it. Minneapolis is trying to tie it up. It is not tied up. Holgeem still fighting for it with two Minneapolis players. Now Minneapolis with control. Starts up ice. Sends it to a wide open wing that had gone around Peters. Goes right in, and a nice stop by Weiss, and the rebound is knocked away by Anderson. Nice work. They went right around Peters, who would end up playing defense because Hogan would now Minneapolis still in control. Right in front, open man takes a shot, shoots it wide, loose along the far corner. Minneapolis in control to the point, but it shoots it out at mid-ice. Minneapolis with control. Sends it to the wing on this side. He's in control. Sends it to the, stopped in front by Peters, and Peters at mid-ice with the puck. Just shoots it into the zone. Line changes coming up for rear falls. Puck is behind the Minneapolis net. Minneapolis picks it up there. Starts up ice. The wing along the far boards, tipped off of his stick. Picked up by Furley at mid-ice. Furley to this side of Christensen. Christensen is knocked away by Christensen, and wide open man, but Furley knocks him away. And that'll be an offsides call. Nice play there by Furley. Face-off will come outside the blue line of the rear fall zone. We've got Schrank, Menke, and Merritt out, along with Christensen and Furley at the defense. Merritt's going to take this face-off. He steps in. Minneapolis is already in. Puck is dropped. Laser back to Minneapolis, and they'll shoot it right toward Weiss. He has to stop and tip it over to Furley. Furley to this side to Christensen. Christensen with the puck up to this side to Menke, and it's taken away from him, and the shot right on net. Weiss that stop. Loose along the far corner. Now to Schrank with it to this side, and it'll be iced by Merritt. That'll be an icing against River Falls. It'll come back down the River Falls zone. There's 8:11 left in the second period. I don't believe we've had a shot on net yet this time for River Falls. All right, face off to goalie Weiss's right side. Out to take it will be Bierstedt with Jensen and Hesselman. Out comes Anderson on defense, along with, I believe, Jody Jack's out playing defense right now for Hoaging. Yes, he is. Waiting for everybody to get ready. Steps in. Puck drop, lays there along the boards, picked up by Jody Jack, but he gets it to the point, and then Minneapolis will keep it in. It's tied up amongst some skates, trying to get clear, doesn't. Minneapolis will get control, keeps it in. Player goes down for Minneapolis. Open man in front, shoots it over the top of the net for River Falls. Minneapolis after it again, and then again controls behind the River Falls. And now up the side, tipped away by Weiss. Puck lays there. Minneapolis gains control on this side of the net. In front, nobody there to shoot it. Bierstedt will pick up the puck. Start up ice with Jensen. Bierstedt with it along the far boards into the Minneapolis zone. He gets it tipped away from him. Should have passed the puck. Peters will go in, take a shot. Nice glove shot. Saved by the goalie for Minneapolis. 7:06 left in the second period. River Falls still up 2-0. I believe that was our first shot on goal this period. And the face-off will come to Minneapolis goalie's right side. I'll take it as Peters along with Jared Anderson and Matt Dusick. We've got Christensen and Furley at the defense. Peters didn't take the face-off. Down. Puck Minneapolis gets it behind their own net. Sends the board on the far side. Minneapolis player gets it there, and it's loose at mid-ice. Now Minneapolis player is down as they pick up the pass, and Christensen will pick up the puck. He gets knocked off the puck, and Jared Anderson for it. Now Peters fighting for it. Now Minneapolis, now it's just bouncing around. Now crosses the River Falls blue line. Furley has to pick it up along the near boards, into the corner and head behind the net. Furley sends it up the boards on the far side to Dusick. Dusick runs into the referee. Puck is laying underneath the Minneapolis player there. Bring a whistle. Face-off will be near the top of the red circle, the River Falls zone, to Weiss's right. Out to take it will be Merritt with Menke and Schrank. Anderson and Hoaging at defense. Merritt in to take the face-off. Puck drop, goes behind the River Falls net. After it is Jason Anderson with the puck, tips it back off, and just laying there. Hoaging picks up the puck into the near corner. Hoaging knocked off the puck, laying there, picked up by Jason Anderson. Anderson with the puck, sends it over to the boards on the far side to Schrank, a little too far. Point man from Minneapolis shoots it toward the net, too wide. Puck loose on this side, tried to tip in front, but nobody there from Minneapolis. This side to Menke. Menke sends it across to mid-ice, but too far for Merritt. Then Anderson overskates it. Now Jason Anderson with the puck again at mid-ice. Now Minneapolis picks up. Now back to mid-ice, and it'll be controlled by Merritt. Merritt over this side to Menke. Menke with the puck. Backhands into the River Falls zone, but he backed in with the puck still out of the zone, being offsides. Out comes Furley and Christensen to play defense with 5:59 left in the second period. Comes Jensen, Hesselman, Bierstedt. Face off just outside the Minneapolis blue line on the near side. Bierstedt to take the face off. Puck drop into the Minneapolis zone. It goes. They get control, but it didn't hit the ice before it went in. So it'll be another face off. Bierstedt again to take the face off. Puck drop, loose at mid-ice, trying to get control, does. Furley takes it in the River Falls zone. Thank you, sir.
Nice play.
Furley keeps it in, but now it finally gets out to mid-ice. And after it will be, and they go in on a 2-0, but tipped away and a nice play by Hesselman. Puck loose in the far corner. Hesselman fighting for it. Minneapolis is too. A couple of guys down. Minneapolis gets control, though, to a wide open man and right between Weiss's leg, and they score. They had two wide open men in front of the net. Not much Weiss could do about that one. So with 5:30 left in the second period, it scores now 2-1 River Falls' favor. Line change coming up. Out to take it will be Peters. He's out there with Jared Anderson and Matt Dusick. And Jason Anderson playing defense along with Christian Hoagie. Peters going to step up, take the faceoff. Puck dropped at mid-ice. Laser along the far board. Minneapolis to it first. They'll take it back into their own zone to the defense man on this side. Tipped off his stick, trying to get to it first. Can't. Still kept in the zone, though, by Jared Anderson. By Peters and then Jared Anderson. Now Minneapolis gains control.
What's that?
Just too far, but it'll go in the River Falls zone. Too far for the open point. He comes back this way, but they're in front. Nobody there from Minneapolis. Puck lays. Point man keeps it in, just bounces off the board. Behind the net, Jason Anderson with the puck. Back to the right to the point man from Minneapolis. He'll just send it back down into the zone, into the near corner. After it there, Peters will get to it first. Sends it over to Matt Dusick. Too far for him. Minneapolis can't keep it in there. Now Dusick breaks down the ice. Dusick takes it into the zone. Knocked off the puck in front, but only a Minneapolis player there. Minneapolis gets control. Tipped off by Peters. Now back in control is Minneapolis. Dusick knocks him off and be able to keep him by Hoagie, but then Minneapolis clears it. To this side to an open man. Now breaks down on a 2-on-1, but he can't control it and just go in the River Falls zone. To the far corner, to Dusick on the far boards. Dusick with the puck at mid-ice. Dusick with the puck. He'll just send it into the Minneapolis zone. We'll have a line change coming up. Minneapolis stops it behind their own zone. Here comes Merritt, Menke, and Schrank out there with Furley and Christensen. Right between Furley's legs, the puck goes, and it'll go down to the River Falls zone. No icing. Furley will get to it first behind the net. Sends the boards on this side to Menke. Menke gets knocked off the puck. Minneapolis has it right in front to a wide open man, and stopped in front by Weiss to Schrank on the far side. Schrank backsides to mid-ice to Menke. Menke down into the Minneapolis zone. Menke still with the puck, but he's knocked off, can't get a shot pulled. He's loose into the near corner, now along the near boards. Christensen knocks the man off. Kept in, and they're going to call a charging penalty against Christensen, or a hitting from behind. So with 3:44 left in the second period, River Falls will play a man short for the next 2 minutes.
That was a borderline call, I thought.
I'm not talking about that particular call.
All right, face-off will be outside the blue line of the Minneapolis zone. Out is Hoagie and Anderson. No, Anderson's off. Out is Jody Jack and Hoagie with Bierstead and Jensen. Puck drop, lays. Minneapolis can't get it, and Jensen will just knock it into the Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis control it in their own zone to the defense men on the far side. Jensen giving chase. Now the defense men on this side. Start up mid-ice to an open player. They break down 3-on-2 into the River Falls zone. To this side, drops to an open man. He'll skate in, but then he's tipped off in front by Bierstead. Nice play, but point man will take it, send down into the far corner. Minneapolis in control. Now back to the point on the far side. To the point on this side. Fires to the open corner on the far side, but nobody was there. Minneapolis, however, get to it first. Bierstead's going to find this puck, I believe, and he gets it tipped away. It's still kept in the zone, but Minneapolis, Jody Jack after it. Minneapolis with control along the far board. So the point man on the far side. Now back to the boards. Can't control it. Go into the corner. Minneapolis will pick it up. Boards on the far side. Point man on this side cranks. Stopped in front by Jensen skates, and then it's bounced at mid-ice, where Minneapolis take it into their own zone again. Minneapolis starts up ice. Into the River Falls zone. They went right around Jody Jack. Open man in front. Stopped by a nice, great save by Weiss. They skated right around Jody Jack. There's 57 seconds left in the power play for Minneapolis. Face-off will come to Weiss's left side. Out is Furley and Jason Anderson play defense. Peters and Hesseman will play the front forwards. 2:41 left in the second period, 57 seconds left in the River Falls penalty. Puck drop, lays. Minneapolis back to the point man on the far side, but he gets too wide for him. Hesseman's going to chase him. The puck's at mid-ice. At mid-ice, Minneapolis to this side. Too far, though, but it does go in the River Falls zone. Peters backhands it. Doesn't get it out of the zone. Will be an offsides against Minneapolis. 45 seconds left in the River Falls man short. Face off outside the blue line. River Falls zone. Peters steps in. Drops. It's loose at mid-ice. Peters trying to get to it first. Minneapolis, however, sticks it to the River Falls zone. They go around. Furley, Minneapolis with it, right wide of the net. Loose along the near boards. Minneapolis there, but then tipped away by Hesseman, and he'll ice the puck. 27 seconds left in the penalty. Line change is coming up. Out comes Bierstedt and Jensen again. Out comes Jack and Hoagie. Minneapolis with it at mid-ice, into the rear fall zone. Hoagie will pick it up along the boards and just backhand it. Can't get it out, though. Keeps it in. Minneapolis sends it in front, and Weiss will cover the puck. 12 seconds left in the penalty. The face-off will come to Weiss's right side.
Still be a handoff. Instead of dropping it straight down.
Out comes Merritt. Out comes Schrank. Bierstedt will come off. So will Jensen. Jody Jack will stay on defense with Jason Anderson. Nope, Jason Anderson comes up. Jody Jack comes off. So we'll have Hoagie and Jason Anderson in defense. Now everybody's set, waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is. Point man fires, tipped away in front by Jason Anderson, but loose along the boards on this side. Minneapolis to it first. With control. To the wide open man, fires and stopped by Weiss. Minneapolis with it along the fireboards. Still with it. River Falls is now full strength. Minneapolis with it, and River Falls zone to a wide open man, but tipped away by Hoagie, and then a shot, and it stops in front. Now picked up Merritt. Too far for Menke. Menke was breaking down the boards. Merritt passed it too far ahead of him. 1:29 left in the second period. Will be an icing call against River Falls. It'll come to Weiss's left side. Christensen and Furley will be out. Out comes Dusick, Jared Anderson, and Peters. Peters to take this face-off. Waiting for Minneapolis to be ready. Now they are. Puck dropped. Laser. To it first is Christensen. He'll take it behind the River Falls net. Into the far corner. Christensen up to Dusick. Dusick stops. Man, Christensen still with the puck, but he passed it to Minneapolis man at mid-ice. Goes back in the River Falls zone, but River Falls picks it up. Up was Hogue. Is Furley. Furley with the puck. Fires from the side. Goalie stops it, and a nice shot by Furley. Nice stop by the Minneapolis goalie. To the point. Dusick fires. We'll have a whistle.
Oh, shoot.
Got a piece of glass out in the arena, so we'll have a little break here.
It's break time.
After the Minneapolis goalie's left side, Peters to take it. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is into the corner, but Minneapolis gets it. Boards on the far side, too far. Kept in. Oh, nice play by Furley. Keeps it in, but Minneapolis sends it back to mid-ice. Christensen picks it up there, sends it to this side. Oh, but he puts it in Peters' skates. But they do get in the River Falls, or in the Minneapolis zone. Now back to mid-ice. There went another piece of ice. Nice arena. 15 seconds has been replaced. 54 seconds left in the period. River Falls sends it to mid-ice. This side over to Jensen. Jensen tries to get it in. Minneapolis will pick it up just inside the blue line, send it back to mid-ice. Overskated though, and Hesseman will bang it back. Minneapolis picks it up near their own blue line to the defenseman on this side. Start up, a little behind the player's back, but they'll just dump it in the River Falls zone, down along the far boards. Minneapolis trying to keep control, sends it up alongside, in front, nobody there. Minneapolis cannot keep it in the zone. It's at mid-ice. Jensen overskated the puck. Minneapolis picks it up, sends it back to defensemen on this side, into their own zone, sends it back out. It'll be picked up at the red line by Hoagie. Hoagie sends it behind Bierstedt. Minneapolis will get control. Send it into the River Falls zone. Loose along the board, so it'll be kept. Now Bierstedt trying to get it. Does. Tipped off. Now picked up again by Bierstedt at mid-ice. Bierstedt goes down with though, and the time ends. Bierstedt was going down the ice. Off with Jensen and Hesselman. Minneapolis has it in their own zone. Bierstedt giving chase. Hesselman sends it toward the net, but tipped off by defenseman. Loose in the Minneapolis zone in the corner along the boards on this side. Minneapolis with control. Sends it to mid-ice. Minneapolis there, but Hesselman's going to get to it first. Hesselman will just bang it back to the defensive player. Hoagie sends it, doesn't get it there, and Minneapolis will keep it in right in front. Hesselman tied up his man in the River Falls zone. Minneapolis with it. Behind the net, Hesselman sends it to the corner on this side. After it will go Hoagie. Hesselman trying to tie up a man, but they can't get the puck out. Minneapolis keeps it in. Now Hesselman will take it at mid-ice. No, Jensen will take it. Jensen with it, sends it into the Minneapolis zone. Loose along the boards, into the corner. Near corner, but Hoagie was knocked off the puck. Puck loose in the far corner. Puck now loose behind the Minneapolis net. Minneapolis to this side. In control, sends it to mid-ice, and they still control. Into the River Falls zone, along the boards on this side, right in front, but the only person there was Christensen. He'll pick up the puck. Christensen comes up this side. at mid-ice, sends it across this side to Dusick. Dusick with the puck, takes it in the rear fall zone. He gets it tipped away, and Minneapolis tips it back to mid-ice. Furley there to pick it up. Furley with the puck, goes into the Minneapolis zone, but he's tipped wide. Puck now loose along the boards, behind the net. Minneapolis to it first, in their own zone. And Minneapolis has control at mid-ice, heads down the rear fall zone, and goes right around Jason. And they went right around. And on in, they score 2-2 with 13:25 left in the third period. Shots on goal in the second period, by the way. Minneapolis had 10, River Falls had 5. Ties the game up. Minneapolis carried all the way from their zone right down, shot it on Weiss, put it in. All right, Merritt to take the face-off with Schrank and Menke. Anderson and Hoagim at defense. Puck laying along the boards on this side. Hoagim to it first, but can't control. Minneapolis picks it up, sends it to a wide open man, but Menke will intercept it in the River Falls zone. Then to Hoagim, to Minneapolis still has it at mid-ice. They get it back out. Now back to this side. They send it right to Menke, but he loses control. Minneapolis knocks it off. Kept in. A nice play by Merritt down in the far corner. Minneapolis send it along the boards to the near corner along the boards on this side. Tried to get it in front, Schrank, but he couldn't get control. Behind the net, Merritt doesn't get it. Minneapolis picks it up. Sends it to the wide man, open man on the far side. And at mid-ice, Minneapolis up ice. They go right around Hoagim. Take it in the River Falls zone. Wide of the net, be loose in the near corner. After it, Anderson gets to it first, and then he's bumped off. Behind the net, Merritt trying to get to it. Loose in the corner. Now behind the net, Hoagim trying to get control, and does. Hoagim up to this side to, I couldn't see who they got to. Well, we got a whistle. Somebody's going off the ice. I believe it'll be Jason Anderson. So with 12:24 left, score tied 2-2. River Falls will play a man short for 2 minutes. That is the third River Falls penalty. Minneapolis has yet to have one. Face off to Weiss's right side in the River Falls zone. Biersted's out with Hesselman. We've got Christensen out with Furley. Stepped in, puck drop, loose along the boards in the River Falls zone. Toward the front of the net, Christensen will pick it up, go behind the River Falls net. Christensen bangs it off the boards, and Minneapolis can't keep it in. It's at mid-ice. Minneapolis with control into the River Falls zone, back to the man on this side, down along the boards on the near side. Try back to point. Point man keeps it in for Minneapolis, down into the near corner. Minneapolis in control to the man along the boards, and then he gets it back. He tries to push through, back to the point man. He'll crank and fire. Knocked out by Bierstead. Bierstead take a puck. He's sore. Bierstead will limp to the box. Minneapolis take it back into the River Falls zone. Bierstead took a hard puck shot. Minneapolis has it in the River Falls zone, but it'll be cleared out there. A nice play by Peters.
Hustle down, hustle up. Get set up, get set up.
Behind the Minneapolis net, Minneapolis picks it up themselves. Start up ice. Peters tips it off. Gets a shot. Goalie tips it over the back of the net. Nice work by Peters. Peters is out here with Jensen. Jensen tries to set it toward the net, but Minneapolis will tip it to mid-ice. In the player skates here, loose along the boards. Then to it is Jensen. Nice work by Jensen. Back to mid-ice. Back down to the Minneapolis zone, and a nice work by Furley. Minneapolis pick it up behind their own net. Line change. Out comes Jody Jack along with Hoagim. Minneapolis will have it. Overshoots their man. It should be a nice call against Minneapolis. There's 42 seconds left in the penalty to River Falls. 11:06 left in the game in the third period. I don't know. I think looks like it'd be all right. I think watching Bierstead in the box looks like it'd be okay. Face off will be the Minneapolis goalie's right side. Out. Peters is out with Jensen. We'll have Jody Jack and Hoagim playing the defense. To the Minneapolis goalie's right side. Jensen steps in. Puck laser. Minneapolis gets control. 39 seconds left in the penalty, and Minneapolis send it to an open man here, and they tip it by Hoagim, but it's in the Minneapolis. River Falls on. Minneapolis with it in front. Oh, and a man can't get the trigger pulled. Loose along the boards on this side. Minneapolis, shoots it wide open, man. He can't fire. Can't pull the trigger. Minneapolis still in control, though. To the point man on the far side. He cranks and fires in the rebound and stop there. He'll stop it. Weiss will stop it. 16 seconds left in the penalty. Face off will come to goalie Weiss's left side. Out is Christensen, and Furley will have Bierstedt is okay. He's back on the ice with Hesselman. 16 seconds left in the River Falls penalty, 10:40 left in the third period. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. Bierstedt's going to step in. Does, right toward Weiss. He'll kick it off to the side. Picked up by Furley, and then tipped away from Furley in a shot. Weiss stops the puck, loose in the corner, and Furley gets it. Point man to this side, fires. Wide of the net. Along the boards on the far side. Minneapolis to it there. Minneapolis in control. Playing. Back to the point man on the far side. He sends it down to the corner. Breaking man in a nice play, but stopped in front. And then the next shot, he got 2 shots on that, and Weiss stops it. How can they let that guy skate in? Christ, he got 2 shots on that. Jeez. Both teams will now be full strength. Nope, River Falls is going to go on. River Falls is going to go on a power play. So just as both teams became full strength, River Falls goes on a power play with 10:19 left in the third and final period. Face-off will be outside the River Falls blue line. Out is Bierstedt, Christensen, Peters. They're the front guys. We got Holgeem and Anderson at the defense. Puck dropped into the River Falls zone. Anderson with the puck into his skates at mid-ice. Anderson still. He's knocked off. And back to mid-ice. Bierstedt will have control. Bierstedt in. Still with the puck in the Minneapolis zone. Along the boards on this side. Down into the corner. Nobody's breaking in front. Bierstedt with it over to the other side to Peters. Him and Peters run into each other. Now Peters gets it and tipped away by Minneapolis. Now Peters back again with the puck. Back in the other corner to Bierstedt. Bierstedt with control. Plays. Bierstedt sends it behind the net. Now tries to get in front and they block. Peters with the puck, however. Back to the point man. Holgeem cranks. Defensive man stops it in front. Bounce up to mid-ice where Holgeem will pick it up. River Falls regroups. Back in Holgeem, but Minneapolis tips it off and sends it one. Then they go down. Anderson's got to catch this man. There's a breakaway. Anderson does a very nice job of tying the man up. Very nice job by Anderson. Now it'll be picked up by Holgeem. Holgeem into the Minneapolis zone along the boards on the near side. Waits, sends it right to Peters. Peters fires. Goalie saves it, tips it into the far corner. 2 at first. Bierstedt tries to get it to the point. Tie it up there. Now Bierstedt comes back out with it. Bierstedt. They tie up his stick. He can't pull the trigger. Puck's behind the net on the left side. Minneapolis is going to try and tie it up, but Peters tips it away. Tries to ice it. Dusick with it at mid-ice to the corner on this side of Christensen. Christensen takes it back in Minneapolis zone on this side. Down to the corner. Christensen stops with control. Oh! Tries to get it back. Dusick on the point. Lets Minneapolis intercept. Minneapolis send it to mid-ice where it's going to be picked up by Jody Jack. There's 28 seconds left in the penalty. Back in goes, I can't see. Jody Jack, I believe. Into the corner. Minneapolis sends it around the boards on this side. Jensen tries to stop. Can't. Dusick does. Sends it behind the net. Now into the far corner. Minneapolis tips it away and gets control. At mid-ice, Minneapolis in control. Take it into the River Falls zone, but it'll be an offside. 7 seconds left in the power play for River Falls. Face-off will be just outside the River Falls blue line with 7 seconds left in the power play. 8:26 left in the game. Merritt taking the face-off. Merritt to Furley at mid-ice, then Furley loses it. Now back to, and Merritt, now both teams full strength at mid-ice. Furley back to this side to Dusick. Dusick sends it up to mid-ice. Off of Merritt's skates, does go in the Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis sends it back out. Now Minneapolis breaks down. Toward the net, in front, only man Dusick. He'll tip it into the near corner in the River Falls zone. Fighting for it there, so is Minneapolis. Be picked up by Merritt. He'll lose it behind the net. Be tied up there. Now over there to that side to Menke, I believe. Back to point man from Minneapolis. He'll crank and fire wide of the net. Loose along the boards on this side. Point man steps in, sends it back down. With it in front. Wide open man turns, fires. And a sorry play of clearing the puck in front of the net. They now go up 3-2. Minneapolis does. 7:41 left. Out comes Hesselman, Jensen, Bierstedt. We'll have Anderson and Holgeem at the defense. Puck drop, laser, Minneapolis just bouncing it off a person. That made it loose along the board this time. Minneapolis to it first. They'll send it right into the River Falls zone, wide of the net. Down into the corner, Anderson after it. Knocks off the Minneapolis trying to get to it now. Now Hoagie. Tied up by Minneapolis player. Puck loose there. Hoagie's all tied up. Minneapolis will gain control. Along the side of the net, Weiss has just covered to bring a whistle. 7:21 left in the game. Face-off will come to Weiss's right side. Out is Dusick, Jared Anderson, and Peters. Peters will take the face-off. Can't see who's on the defense right now. I'll keep you posted. Puck lays there. Peters tries to get it out and does get it to mid-ice. Peters then loses the puck. Minneapolis gets it at mid-ice. We have Furley and Christensen at the defense. Puck bouncing around at mid-ice. Minneapolis then tipped away by Christensen. Now back in the River Falls zone. Goes to the boards on the near side. Furley will get to it first. Furley tries to skate it out. Does not. Kept in the River Falls zone. Down loose under the far corner. After it'll go Christensen. Christensen now back to the point man from Minneapolis, and he shoots. It'll be gloved by Weiss to bring a whistle. 6:52 left, third period. Face-off will come to goalie Weiss's left side. Merritt to take it with Menke and Schrank. Anderson and Hoagie at the defense. Puck drop, lays there. Minneapolis cannot get it, but Jason Anderson does. He'll start at the boards on this side with it. Tries to get it. Does get it out. He still has it at mid-ice and into the Minneapolis zone along the board on this side, and then he's tipped off. Puck loose in the corner. Anderson after it again. Jason, that is, behind the net. Jason fighting for the puck. Minneapolis gets control. Sends it to the far corner. Menke trying to get to it first. Tips it right to a Minneapolis player. Minneapolis with control in their own zone. Now to mid-ice. They break down 3-on-2. Minneapolis to the wide open man. Fires. Stopped by Weiss. Rebound. It ends up underneath him. Brings a whistle with 6:19 left. Face off again will come to Weiss's left side. Out comes Anderson, Hoagie. Bierstedt will take the face-off. Christensen and Furley at the D. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. It is. Lays. Minneapolis loses it to Bierstedt, and then Bierstedt loses it. Jensen tries to keep it out of the, get it to mid-ice. Finally does. Over to Bierstedt. Bierstedt across the blue line, and he's tipped right off the puck, and Minneapolis tips it to mid-ice. Minneapolis in control. Fires from the blue line, wide of the net, loose behind the net on the left side. Minneapolis is to it first along the boards. Bumps off of Bierstedt, and he sends it back to the point man. He fires wide of the net and out of the arena. Face-off just outside the River Falls blue line. Bierstedt's going to take this face-off, still with Jensen and Hesselman. Furley and Christensen at the defense. 5:55 left in the third period. Back right toward on net, and Weiss has to stop it. Picked up then by Furley. Furley sends it to mid-ice from Minneapolis to control. To the defense on the far side. Into their own zone, now playing by their blue line. Minneapolis with it. Tipped it a little too far, goes in the River Falls zone. It will not be an icing down in the corner. Furley with it behind the River Falls net. To the boards, tipped off of Bierstedt's skates and ends up at mid-ice where Minneapolis will pick it up again. And that'll be an offside call against Minneapolis with 5:29 left, and Minneapolis leading 3-2. Out comes Dusick, Jared Anderson, and Peters to take the face-off. Anderson and Hoagie at the defense. Right near the red line at mid-ice, face-off is. Dropped to Hoagie at mid-ice. Hoagie with the puck, this side to Dusick. Dusick sends it into the Minneapolis zone. Puck will be behind the net in the far corner. Minneapolis to it first. Now Jared Anderson with the puck. Tries to get it in front. And right, it bounces off a skates player in front. Goalie stops it. Bring a whistle. Face off to the Minneapolis goalie's right side. Peters to take this face off, yep. Whistle, another delay. Now waiting. Puck drop along the boards. Jared Anderson can't get to it. Minneapolis will clear it out. It will not be an icing call. It goes down the River Falls zone. In behind it, the net will be Hoagiem with the puck. Now the corner on this side, Hoagiem's still with it. He's now bumped off. Dusick with it, and he's bumped off. Now in front, Peters off his skate, goes into the far corners. Peters after it. Peters sends it along behind the net, right over to this side to Hoagiem. He's knocked off. Now to Dusick on the right side at mid-ice, and he fires on net. Goalie stops it, rebound, but Minneapolis is the only one there. They pick it up. Now Hoagiem back toward the net, but Minneapolis intercepts. Minneapolis at mid-ice knocked off the puck, but they get into the River Falls zone. Won't be an ice goal. Loose into the corner. Minneapolis to it first. Now the puck is loose. Now with it will be Schrank. Schrank sends it toward the net, but it'll be picked up by Peters. Peters with it at mid-ice, knocked off. Puck laying loose. Now Peters will send it into the Minneapolis zone. Minneapolis with it. Left side of their net, now hidden behind the net. Minneapolis in control. It'll be kept in from the far side by Christensen. He shoots, but it's banged off the ceiling. That'll bring a whistle.
Who's 21?
Mankey.
I mean, he started from down here.
Face off inside the Minneapolis blue line. Merritt taking it. Minneapolis gets control in their own zone. Skating it into mid-ice. Minneapolis in control. They get around. They can't get around Furley. Furley stops him. Puck loose in the corner. Minneapolis with the near corner. Still in control. Now in some skates, and Furley gets it back. Tries to tip him nice, and Furley will catch up with it. 3-on-2 River Falls, but they tip it away from Furley. Minneapolis breaks down 2-on-1. Minneapolis 2-on-1. Minneapolis goes into an open man in front. Can't pull the trigger. Picked up in front of the net, and then they can't get to it in time, and they stick it. Hold that goal. Schrank got to the puck first, pushed it right at Tom Weiss, goes between his legs. Minneapolis now goes up 4-2 with 3:45 left. It is Jason Schrank. It just bounced off his stick funny, you know. Tried to get to it and clear it. All right, at mid-ice, Bierstead with Jensen and Hesselman. Anderson and Hoagiem at defense. Puck lays there. Into the, now Bierstead with it, but gets tipped right off, back to mid-ice. After it'll be Hoagiem as it goes into the River Falls zone along the far boards. He'll head behind the net with it. The River Falls zone up this side. Tipped off. Back to the defense. And Minneapolis still playing with it. That should be an icing call against Minneapolis. Brings an icing call with 3:23 left. Face-off will be to the Minneapolis goalie's left side. Bierstead, Jensen, Hesselman still out. Anderson and Hoagiem still out playing defense. Bierstead take the face-off. Wait for everybody to get organized. Bierstead's about to step in for the face-off. Puck drop. Lays there to the point, but it can't. Hoagiem can't keep it in. Anderson will pick it up at mid-ice. Anderson has tipped off the puck. Now Anderson gets it back and sends it into the Minneapolis zone behind the net, but Minneapolis is the only people there. They get it over to the corner on this side. Now they're playing catch with it behind the net. Now they start up ice to an open wing on the left side. Here they go, and a great pass. But nice. Hoagiem knocks the man off the puck. Puck is in the River Falls zone, loose in the near corner. Anderson after it. Back to the point man. He'll crank, fire, goes just wide of the net. River Falls back to the point man on the other side. For Minneapolis, tries to get it back out. Point man for Bridge fires, cranks, tipped in front. Oh, the guy tips it, but it goes wide then. Now in front again, an open man, and Weiss saves it. Down in the corner, Bierstead with it. It'll head behind the River Falls net. Bierstead gets it tipped away from him. Didn't pass the puck, should have. Now to the point man on this side, cranks and fires. Weiss will tip it out of the arena. 2:26 left in the game. 4-2 Minneapolis. All right. At mid-ice, with it is Peters. Takes it into the Minneapolis zone, into the corner, right in front, but there's only a Minneapolis player there. He'll tip it wide of the net. Minneapolis has it on the right side of their net. Now starts up. In control at mid-ice, Minneapolis. Open wing on this side, but the pass is too far for him. Down loose into the River Falls corner. Behind the net, Furley trying to get to it, but Minneapolis gets to it first. Now on the other side, Jaron Anderson tripped. Point man on the far side gets control of the puck, just sends it back down to the corner. Behind the net, Christensen will tip it to this side into the corner. They let Minneapolis control, don't hustle them. Behind the net now, Peters to Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson has it tied up in his skates. Now they lose it. Minneapolis in control. Looks like they're playing about 6-on-3. Minneapolis with it. Now off some skates in front. Now loose along the boards on this side. And it finally clears the zone. With it, it'll be Dusick. Now Dusick will backhand it right on net, so we can have a line change. Minneapolis goalie stops it. Now Minneapolis in control behind their own net. Start up ice. To an open man on this side, but intercepted by Jason Anderson. He has to wait. Now inside to this side to Bierstead. Bierstead fires wider than the net into the corner on this side. Jensen after the puck. Backhands it behind the net, but Bierstead can't control it. Loose into the corner on this side again. Now toward the back of the net along the far boards. Minneapolis the only people there to get the puck. Tip it back out to mid-ice where Hoagie will get the puck. Shoots it back in. Minneapolis have 1 minute left in the game. Now Minneapolis intercepted. Jensen in the Minneapolis zone tries to get it in front, but it's a bouncing puck. Behind the net, puck loose there. Minneapolis has 2 men on it. In front, just a little too far for Bierstead. Minneapolis will just send it down to an open net. River Falls do not have a goalie in, and that'll bring a whistle with 41 seconds left. Face off with the Minneapolis goalie's right side. River Falls is going to play without a goalie, so we're going to get 6 guys down here as soon as they decide who they're going to play. River Falls does call a timeout. Bierstead, Anderson, and Hoagie at the defense. Puck drop. Minneapolis with control. Sends it to mid-ice where Hoagie will pick it up and have to wait for everybody to get on sides. Right through. Minneapolis controls at mid-ice. Just tips it off of a stick. It'll bounce into the River Falls zone. It's loose there in front of the net. Anderson gets it tipped away from him, and Hoagie will pick it up. Hoagie starts up ice, 22 seconds left. Hoagie into the Minneapolis zone, tipped away back to mid-ice. Anderson picks it up there, bounces it off the glass, out of the arena. Brings a whistle. Peters to take the face-off with Christensen, Bierstead, Hesseman, Hoagie and Anderson still defense. Back to the river at mid-ice. Anderson with the puck. 7 seconds left in the game, and Minneapolis tips it away. Hesseman will get to it first in the Minneapolis River Falls zone. Head behind the net. Tips it away. Game ends 4-2.